Oh my goodness. Hello, coming in hot. Merlin coming in hot with that raid. Hello, everyone. Jackson Brown Pants, not sure if you're still here. I know you had to go, but thank you so much for the donation. Looks like we got 4 donations immediately. Already got what I assume is probably some wheel spins eventually. Oh, man. Good. I'm already overwhelmed. Wow. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. Thank you, Merlin. How was Pokemon? I hope it went well. Hello, Greta. All right, let's see here. I've added a bunch of new sources. So bear with me here. Let's go ahead and here we go. Hello. Oh, I'm already having fun. Hey, what's up, Reevy? Playing Dark Souls again. This guy's playing Dark Souls again. I'm playing Dark Souls again. How you doing, Reevy? Yeah, we're working our way towards the first donation goal. Donating to what, you may ask? Malala Fund. Malala Fund is an incredible charity. And I am very, very grateful that I get to be a part of the Frame Fatales community as an ambassador. And we are raising money for Malala Fund. Malala Fund envisions a world where all girls can learn and choose their own future, which is something that is just a human right, but should surprise no one who has been paying attention to anything going on in the world. That is not always the case. So education is a human right, and in many countries, unfortunately, that is not the case for so many girls, so many women. So Malala Fund envisions a world where that is the case, and I feel very lucky and thankful to everyone who's donated so far to make that world a reality through Malala Fund. So let's go ahead and jump into it. Wow, let's see. We got 5 donations so far. Let's see. Let me go ahead and update this. I don't know if there's any comments or anything yet, but 5 donations so far. If you put a comment in there and I'm just reading the comment thing wrong, let me know and I'd be happy to. But thank you so much. What's up, Ashy Fox? Hello, Kestrel. Ninnies, hello. Hope everyone's doing well. Little bit overwhelmed at the moment with all the goings on. It's such a good charity, I agree. It's a W charity. Malala Fund does incredible work, and thank you all so much. Oh, we are already at $67. I'm going to assume that might be a meme. The W stands for wonderful, that's true, Eric Germ, if that is your real name. But yeah, everyone, we're getting into it. We're going to be doing the typical Dark Souls stuff. By that, I mean I'm going to be doing the permadeath now. But if we hit...
She ain't what she used to be. Ain't what she used to be. Ain't what she used to be. Old gray mare, she ain't what she used to be.
Eric Germ, thank you for these 16 months.
And now, the
12-month streak.
Wow.
I can't believe I've known Eric Germ for 12 months in a row and 16 months total. That's wild to me. Thank you so much, Eric. Yeah, all the normal health bar stuff that I usually do on stream, we're going to just not do that for the week leading up to the Ambassador Week, just because it's already kind of confusing enough. Yes, start of a beautiful friendship, exactly. Hello, Llama. How's everyone doing? Happy, what's today, Wednesday? This week has been flying by. My ADHD has been off the charts in ways never seen before. But yeah, we are already chugging along towards the $250 milestone. And if we hit that $250 milestone, what that means is I'm going to have a bonus stream coming up where we're going to kind of do the same thing that I'm doing today with the Dark Souls Permadeath. The only difference is that it's not going to be permadeath, and we have this big old goofy wheel. the Wheel of Petrus here that we will spin, and I will have to use the weapon that comes up on a boss. It'll lock it in sequential order. So if you want to do that, there is an incentive on the donations page where you can put your donations towards spinning the wheel. Yeah, and exactly what Greta says. Greta's been doing amazing work. Everyone give Greta a follow, please. Wonderful, wonderful streamer. Has done so many amazing GDQ runs, of part of GDQ staff, and has just been so helpful in getting this all set up. So everyone, I almost typed raid. But no, Greta's great. Thank you so much for all the help, Greta. But yeah, if you meant to put in an incentive and didn't realize it because it was happening before I even jumped in on stream, we're already at $77 somehow. Let us know, and we can make it happen to put that towards the wheel spins. So how am I not following Greta? What is going on? I don't even take my own advice. Oh my gosh. That's like the Twitch experience, is like knowing someone on Twitch for a while and being a fan of their streams and everything and being like, I don't follow? Hello, Jess. All right, we are already... I didn't even get to... Usually before I start my stream, when I have my starting soon screen up and everything, I go to my YouTube page and I get that all set up. And I did not do that at all. So I need to just make sure that I have the donation. The donation link is in the description of my YouTube stream right now, as well as the QR code. Let's get Petrus out of here. Let's get that horrible Petrus wheel out of here. So we can have that beautiful QR code. Happened to be you when someone was subbed for many months beforehand. I like what Barricade is doing with Regal, where Barricade wants to get enough channel points to like redeem something silly and then follow. All right, let's see here. Bear with me a couple of seconds here, chat. I'm gonna get through all of this, and we're gonna dive into the randomizer. I just want to make sure that on the YouTube chat side, we also have the donation. Is the dono bar behind? I guess it maybe. It looks like it just updated to 100. We got $35 towards the $50 incentive for the first wheel spin for the bonus stream. Not Kim Petrus. She rules. I can't believe we're already at $102. I was like, normally by like this time in my stream, I am like just now putting away the starting soon screen, and I've already, this is really good for my ADHD as well. Just where, I'm just like, oh, so many things to look at. But yeah, I can pull up all the donations as well, which we'll do before we dive into Dark Souls. And I know everyone is just really looking forward to me playing some more Dark Souls and playing it in the meanest way possible. But yeah, thank you so much, everyone. This is amazing. There's a really cool, thing that I've heard about Malala Fund and small donations in particular, where I think last year, my numbers might be wrong, I'm not a math scientist, I'm really bad at math, but I think last year, if I remember correctly, $1.5 million raised from Malala Fund all came from small donations.
Ain't what she used to be.
Oh my gosh.
Ain't what she used to be. Ain't what she used to be. Old gray mare, she ain't what she
Care
used
Bear.
to be. Ain't what she used
Oh my
to be.
goodness.
Ain't what she
Thank you for the
used to be.
5 month
And
sub.
now, the Crazy Old Man Singers.
Old gray
I need
mare,
to-
she ain't what she used to be.
I think was that
Ain't
both
what she
were
used to be.
both of the alerts the old gray mare? That's right. Overwhelming. Yeah, keep it tight. Exactly, Merlin. Merlin, thank you again for the raid. I don't know if the shout out is still on a cooldown, but I gotta shout out my buddy Merlin, old bandmate. It's been really great seeing him streaming recently. You're doing some friends slop stuff tonight, right, Merlin? That should be fun. Call it a dino bar and make it shaped like a T-Rex. We cannot, because the branding is already so perfect. But yeah, I think I was in the middle of getting to the YouTube chat. It's a little harder for me to see what with everything going on. But we'll get donate in there. I think also we have the restream bot, so it is kicking over the Twitch chat to YouTube. So I think the exclamation point donate will work over there, but I want to make it pin it and make it look a little nice. And then We're gonna get back to the really mean Dark Souls stuff, where the way I'm playing Dark Souls today is I am, all of the items are shuffled. Any item I pick up, I have to use. So if I have a good weapon and then I pick up a bad weapon, I have to use the bad weapon. Not an ideal situation, and that is pretty much 90% of the run, is having a weapon that you don't want to use. Okay, we have the YouTube chat loaded. It is locked, it is loaded. So I can copy my message from the pinned, and then we can pin it on YouTube, and then we can, let's look at the donations. I got so many people to thank already, I can't believe it. We're already pretty close to me calling out of work on Friday for a bonus stream. Which, I would hate to have to call out of work to raise money for such an amazing charity. Just kidding. I would very much like to do that.
If anyone needs me, I'll be in the Angry Dome.
Okay, we got the Angry Dome. Bob Oddity, hello, hello. Thank you so much for the sub. I keep, like, getting away from my Twitch chat window, and then subs come in. I'm like, who's doing that? I can't see it over the QR code. Bob Oddity, thank you for the 51 months, buddy. Thank you so much. I really appreciate all the support, as always. All right, let me see something here. We're going to move the QR code down a little bit. We're going to move that under the game capture so we can have that come back up. That probably makes sense. It might not make sense. We'll see how it all goes. All right, Mario music. Yes, this is Yoko Shimomura, who is one of the all-time greatest video game music composers. I figure it's Frame Fatale's ambassadorship that I'm doing. We have to celebrate, you know, amazing women across the world, celebrating amazing femme speedrunners, that amazing community, and what better way than to listen to Yoko Shimomura, who is one of the all-time greatest video game composers. All right, chat, let's take a look here. Let me see if I can look at the... All right, has anyone left a comment in the donations when they put it in? Because I'm not seeing any comments in there. I don't know if that's an issue on my end. If it is, I will work diligently to get it fixed. But I am seeing that 7 donations have come in. I guess I could... Comment says pending approval. Okay, so I might be in the wrong spot then. Let's see. Self-service. Self-service, maybe. Let's see. We're learning here. We're learning together. I would love to read all of these. Oh, process donations is probably where I need to go. Ah, I found it. Merlin, thank you. We've got the initial test from BD. Shoutouts to BD. They are also wonderful. Holy shoot. I should be a little more, a little less Philadelphia. A little less Delco for those who want to get technical about it. Gotta be on my best behavior with my sucker for a hype train? Heck yeah. Same here. Thank you so much, Jess, for the 100 bits. Jess, amazing seeing Jess in the Gamescom footage at the opening night live yesterday during the Bill Nye Games Done Quick speedrun. That was very, very cool. Thank you so much for the 100 bits. Big time hype for donos. Thank you so much for the bits. That's... Y'all are way too kind. Okay, so we have $50 from Merlin's chat. That is so kind. Thank you all so much. Charity times is fun times, they say. JBP, which I think was Jackson Brownpants, who was in the chat earlier. $5 that just says charity. That's what we're here for. We've got $5 from Ashy as well. $5 from Shean. If I am mispronouncing name, please let me know. We've got $10 from Gare Bear. It says, awesome stuff here. Keep up the good work. Thank you so much, Gare Bear. And we have $25... I'm choked up. You guys got me all choked up. $25 from Frostwad that says... and it's Gare Bear and Frostwad both have their donations going towards the wheel spin. Let's get those donos going, Frostwad says. Thank you so much, Frostwad. Hey, what's up, Cosmic? How you doing? Kestrel donates $2.50 and says, I don't have the funds today, but I really want you to meet the stream incentive. Kestrel, Thank you so much. Please only donate inside your means, and small donations are greatly appreciated. I was mentioning this earlier, Kestrel, but I need to get the full... I need to get all the math correct, but I think last year for Malala Fund, if I'm remembering correctly, the thing that I heard about it, $1.5 million was raised for Malala Fund in small donations. So those small donations add up, and I kind of wanted to structure my whole campaign in that vein, because I know times are really tough for everyone. I know that, we'll go ahead and just approve all of these. I guess I could have sent them to the reader, but... This is a really slick interface. I like this a lot. But yeah, small donations really add up. Kestrel, that gives you, I'll keep it in mind for when we're doing the bonus stream, that gives you half of an equipment change. But thank you all so much. That's really cool. And the good news is it's about 15 minutes into the start of the stream, technically, and we now know how to do everything and got everything approved with the donations. So thank you all so much. $105, that's wild. Okay, let's, what do you say we jump into some Dark Souls? Thank you all so much. And I will do my best to get back to the donation screen as much as possible. I did mention it the other day, doing this challenge on Dark Souls Remastered is a little annoying because Dark Souls Remastered does not like to let you use your mouse outside of the game. So tabbing back and forth between everything is usually a problem. And there's a lot more stuff to tab it out between this time, so. Me just yapping over here. But I think if I put it here, I should be able to see everything still. And since I know how this all is working now, I think I can probably get it set up with another monitor and have just a... I'm going to set up just a dedicated monitor to the donations. Thank you so much, Sergeant Mugg. Thank you so much. It's good to see you. Thank you. Alright, let's see. And today's been wild. So what we're doing today, if you're new here or haven't seen this challenge that I've been banging my head against for at least 325 attempts, I'm doing a Permadeath Dark Souls randomizer run where everything is randomized. All the items I have, all the weapons, and I have to use everything that I pick up. So if I have a good weapon, I'm not going to be picking anything up because I don't want to lose it. The power of the triple monitor setup. So the thing is, I do have one monitor, two monitor. I do have a third monitor right next to me that I had set up to capture Duskbloods footage when the Duskbloods network test was going on, but I don't have it set up with my computer. My new computer does have a bunch of inputs for other monitors, and I've just... It's been a year with ADHD, I'll say. So anytime I'm like, oh, I can work on this part of my stream or something, it just... I blink and then a month passes and everyone's like, did you set this up on stream yet? And I'm like, no, I'm sorry. But we are on attempt number 326, and if we hit $250 towards Malala Fund, we're going to unlock a bonus stream that tentatively we'll set it for Friday, and it'll be similar to this run except not permadeath, and everyone in chat will be able to control what weapons and stuff I use. If you put in a donation and you wanted it to go to an incentive, because we have like 25 wheel spins as an incentive to choose what weapons I have to use against the 26 bosses. If you want that to go towards an incentive, just let me know, and we'll get it fixed on the back end. Y'all were too generous immediately before I even had a chance to explain. That's how great Merlin's chat is. Chat, let's start with a looting run. This isn't my favorite weapon to use, but we're gonna go with this build. We're going to go with top heavy, so we have a big head because it makes us intelligent. It increases our intelligence stat, I assume. But hopefully y'all got some good emotes from that hype train. I really appreciate it. Did I open... I don't think I opened the auto-equip, so I got to open that as well. What did we get? We're at 170. Wow. How's everyone doing? How's everyone's Wednesday? I can't believe it's Wednesday. I blinked and I was like, oh my god. $65 from Zio Oxview. Thank you so much, Zio. Oh my god. No comment was provided. See, what's nice is I don't play Dark Souls in... I play it in windowed mode, so I can see the donations as they come in. I'm gonna assume Zio probably wanted to put that towards a wheel spin. So we'll get that all sorted out. I'll reach out to everyone. Two weapons versus boss spins? That has to be done through the tracker, unfortunately. But we can make that happen. And, oh right, I also have to do this. Unfortunately, I do not have the ability to do that, but we can get through it. But yeah, let me see here. I need to open up the auto-equip. I closed it down because I left it running yesterday. And I was like, it'll probably not work if I just do it. I can also go ahead and approve that. All right. We're choogling along. So yeah, it looks like technically we would have potentially maybe 3 of the wheel spins already. And would you guys want to save the wheel spins for the actual bonus stream? Or would we do it on today's stream? That's the true question. Alright, I also need to equip the weapon that didn't auto-equip. It's going swimmingly so far. Not wheelie, sure. Very good. Let's see if we can... Maybe this guy will drop something good. It's early enough in a run and a stream that I'm like, I can try and do this. I might just die. Oh, dude, I'm already... Too much going on, too much hype. No, Reevy, that's par for the course. Chat, maybe during all of this we might hit the 350 attempts. What do you think? Oh, you know what? I also want to take a second and just post on Blue Sky about it, because I did not do that. Simply too hype immediately. Chat, do you think I'll, how many bosses do you think I'll kill today? Let's see here. Give me 1 second, chat. Do that so you can repost it. Yeah, lots of moving pieces. And so much hype immediately. All right, let's see here. I always feel like weird when there's... I know it's not really like silent because we got Yoko Shimomura playing, but anytime I'm not yapping, I'm like, oh god, everyone is leaving quickly. I should probably just do it from the browser. I feel like the browser probably makes more sense. Quick, someone in chat say something fun, so we can, so I can vamp better. Yeah, I'm just gonna copy this here. I assume I'm, this is a good song to have playing while nothing is actually happening on the stream as well. I assume I'm logged into Blue Sky here. Oh baby, I am. Let's go. Just go ahead and do one of these. Alright, let's get some wheel spins. There we go. Alrighty. I think everything that I intended on doing is now good. Now we can also go to, Man, this soundtrack is so good. It's funny how, like, putting a couple extra things in front of me, I'm like, ugh! I can also go and add the live thing on Blue Sky as well, which is a cool feature that they added. Alright, I have reshuffled the enemies. I am reshuffling all of the items now. And surely the next run will go better because I think everything is in order and I'm less distracted. It sounded like I was taking poison damage. I feel like it's like I'm taking the opposite of that. Oh my god. We got a $100 donation from Bob. No comment was provided, but thank you so much, Bob. Oh my goodness. I'm wondering, did you guys want to put that towards the wheel spins? I'm imagining that is kind of the... So I think that puts us at the bonus stream already? I had a feeling that might happen. Wow. Unbelievable. Thank you so much, Bob, for the $100. That is going to do so much good, ensuring that, you know, all girls can get access to a complete 12 years of education through Malala Fund, which is such an incredible cause that is really, really needed right now with the, just with the climate of everything going on in the world. Hello, Algie. Thank you so much for the $100, Bob. Where is the... Good luck to the Malala Fund. Absolutely. Definitely always want to send luck their way, and all of the donations I think will also help just immensely, so. Alright, where is Dark Souls? We are now good to do this. Now we're good to get back to Dark Souls, chat, where maybe I won't die immediately. I think I might need to update the attempts counter again. Chat, what do you think? How many attempts do you think we're going to end with tonight? We're at 327. You think we'll hit 350 tonight? I seem to be a little distracted. I play a little less good when I'm distracted. 12? Thinking 12. All right, let's see. One more thing I got to do, and then we're ready to really give it an honest try in Dark Souls. Chat, don't be sad. The song is sad, but we are here for a great cause. So there's no reason to be sad. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna first try it today. Of course, yes. I agree. 339, that does also sound like that could be the case. So the fun thing about this challenge is that it, not only is it extremely difficult, but it is also very dependent on luck. All of the best runs that I've had when they've died, it's been not entirely my fault. I think everyone will... Zelda Freak, thank you so much. How was your stream? I was lurking a little bit. Another one of the Flame Fatale's ambassadors. I hope your stream went well. You were doing some Pokemon, I think, right? Or am I just completely... My brain's a little all over the place today, but... as you can imagine. Thank you so much. I hope you had a wonderful stream. Welcome in, everybody. Everyone go and give Zelda Freak a big old follow. I just did shout instead of shout out. But welcome in, everyone. I'm doing a very difficult Dark Souls challenge run. We already unlocked, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, okay, so chat. With Bob's donation of $100 to Malala Fund, we did unlock a new incentive at $500, which is similar to the Dark Souls one, where we're going to be doing the wheel spins, and with every wheel spin that we get, it will bring us closer to the milestone of unlocking a bonus Ocarina of Time Mega Randomizer stream. And there should be some new incentives unlocked as well to randomize more parts of the Zelda randomizer in a bonus stream. A $50 donation. Oh my gosh. Duck coming in hot. Y'all have been blowing me away with all of this. Coming in, not even saying anything in chat and just donating immediately. That's so kind. Duck Typo with $50. Thank you so much. Thanks again to Bob, Zio, Kestrel, Frostwad, Garebear, everyone who's donated today. I genuinely cannot believe this. And it's, again, all going to such an amazing cause with providing education to girls in areas of the world that really need it, where it is not just a guaranteed right, which it should be. Everyone knows that education, 12 years of education, should be an absolute right. Unfortunately, that is not the case, but Malala Fund envisions a world where that is the case, and we're all working together to ensure that that happens, and that is so amazing. But yeah, chat, if anyone has any questions about the incentives and all of that, I'm happy to answer it. Also, hello, Abner, over on YouTube. We might want to go with this class here. Oh, no, well, Cleric's not great. Chat, which do you want me to do? Do you want me to do a loot run, or do you want me to do, we have a good weapon, let's go with it, and try and kill some bosses? Thank you so much, Doc. That is so generous of you. Fire Red Randomizer sounds really, really fun. Bosses? We're going with bosses. I do not want the Tiny Beings ring. We're starting with the Master Key because it allows us to open some doors that prevent us from having to find even more items. Does a loot run ever go well? Counterpoint, Algie. Do any of these runs ever go well? I would say no. I would say we have, like, at least 327 examples of these runs never going well. But yeah, once we hit 500, it'll unlock yet another bonus stream where I will have to do an Ocarina of Time randomizer where any $5 donation can go into the incentive of unlocking more randomized settings. I think the threshold for that is like $25, but it's all, you know, people can all work together. Again, small donations are so helpful. Demon Spear runs always go really well. I think the runs that I have the most success with are Quaylag's Fury Sword. What's up, Barricade? How you doing? Yo, Squatch, with a $25 donation bringing us to a total of $345 to Malala Fund. Squatch of Oz, thank you so much for the 25 donation, saying, making the world a better place. That is absolutely true about Malala Fund and everyone in chat. It's good to see you as well. Thank you so much for the $25 donation. That is so kind of you. I'm getting choked up. Y'all are gonna make me cry. I'm always a little nervous before a charity stream, you know? We don't get to hear Mario every day. I feel like it has been a little while since I've put on this soundtrack, but since we're raising money for Malala Fund, we're celebrating the Frame Fatales, the Games Done Quick community, Frame Fatales, Fatales mentioned. Figured I really want to listen to one of the best composers of all time, Yoko Shimomura, who is just an absolute legend. Figure we gotta go with a woman composer, you know? Celebrating women. Honestly, it's definitely in the running for best host of all time. I love it so much. But yeah, everyone, if anyone in chat has put in a donation and they wanted to put it towards an incentive, and were too quick on the draw with it to actually put it towards a an incentive, let us know and we can change that on the back end. I definitely could have done a better job of explaining that before all the generous donations, but luckily it is something that we can do on the back end. So if you want to see me spin the Wheel of Petrus when we do the upcoming bonus stream of Dark Souls Randomizer, where it won't be permadeath, but every time I spin a wheel, that will lock in a weapon that I have to use against a boss. It'll be all of these same settings that we're doing here. The only difference is I don't have to be as careful because it's not going to be use what you get, and it's not going to be permadeath. So that should be really fun. Fatale's mentioned. The game was super not kind yesterday. It was like the opposite of everyone in chat. Whew! Oh my god. I'm gonna let the tracker catch up here, but I just saw something. I don't think these runs are gonna go particularly well today, chat, because things keep kind of popping off and like surprising me and distracting me. Famously, I am like one of the most hyper-focused all the time on-topic streamers to ever do it. But Zio's recent $155 donation to Malala Fund with the comment, I will not be outdone, bringing us to $500, unlocking the Ocarina of Time bonus stream, trying to force me into being a full-time streamer. Keep it positive. The nice thing is, even if the runs aren't going well, there's nothing but positivity happening in chat right now. So it's very easy to keep it positive with so much good being done for Malala Fund. Let me go ahead and just put these donations through because we're in an area where we're pretty safe right now. It's safe to tab out of the game, which is such a difficult thing. So let's see. Interestingly, again, we did not hit any of the incentives. Zio, you did mention in chat that you wanted some wheel spins. So I'm assuming that those donations probably wanted to go to it. We also just unlocked yet another bonus milestone. How long? I've only been streaming for like 36 minutes, guys. Oh my gosh. Another bonus stream incentive is a Guitar Hero stream. I could play some Guitar Hero. I could get DMCA struck for Malala Fund and for all of you by playing Guitar Hero, a game that I played a whole lot of in high school until I looked over at my actual guitar collecting dust and thought, why am I spending hours trying to 100% surrender on expert mode when I could simply learn that song in that time? Which took a lot of the wind out of my sails, because I was like, real guitar is so much cooler than being good at Guitar Hero. Now, I'm grown up, and I realize that it's so much cooler to be really good at Guitar Hero. It's like, what was I thinking? Alright, these enemies are... I'm not really thinking too well. My focus isn't all there, so ideally I wouldn't have fought that enemy. Okay, so for those who haven't seen this challenge before, these are the worst enemies in the game, among some of the worst enemies in the game. The good news is there's 2 of them here, which puts them out of the running in other parts of the game. And I will take that, because we'll probably see them later, and it's going to be... They're usually a problem. They're not a problem down here, though, because all of these enemies are passive by default. He reminded me... absolutely. I really... Big shout-outs to Merlin for bringing his amazing community here. Guitar Hero inspired to stop playing drums for a while and shift to guitar. That's awesome. See, I also worked in a music store at the time, and I remember getting annoyed that like kids would come in and they would see like a Gibson SG on the wall, and they would be like, yo, it's the Guitar Hero guitar. And I'm like, no, these kids don't even know it's a Gibson SG. And it's like, no, it's just cool that they're getting into guitar. I'm glad I grew out of like my angsty, like, I'm too cool for this stuff phase when I was a teenager. And I definitely felt like, I'm too cool for Guitar Hero. Alright, let's see what this guy's selling. It's pretty good. We'll buy this now just to have. Boost item discovery. Not really worth it for the 2,000 souls right now. We don't really want to buy a ring, because there's some rings in this game that are a big detriment to the run. There's a ring that will give me half health, and there's a ring that will make me take more damage from attacks. So if we get that, we're going to want to have some rings that we can buy to overwrite them. Guitar Hero made you realize that you are not good with more than 3 fingers on each hand, so you learned euphonium. That's cool. Yeah, it is, but I think you also, like, you get to a certain point when you get older where even teenage angst has its own charm to it. Where, like, I have some nieces and nephews, and they definitely had moments of going through the teenage angst. And I was like, that is so relatable because I was in the same boat as them. And it wasn't a thing where I'm like, these nerds or anything. I'm like, yeah, I get it. Especially now, like, I think things in the world in general were a little bit better when I was in high school than they are for my nieces and nephew now, so it's like, I get it. Like, you have every right to be angsty. Embrace that. You won't be angsty forever. But no, I fully agree. If I think back to me as a teenager, I'm like, ugh. There's a ring that gives me a headache. Yeah, it's called the power button on my PC, or the start stream button. Not because of the stream, because of the game. It's the play button on Dark Souls is what gives me a headache. Yo, you just smoked a salmon, Mo? Right on. That sounds amazing. Fish make for bad cigarettes. Yeah, I just mean in terms of just like things that they have to worry about versus what I had to worry about when I was in high school. But I fully agree. I mean, every generation is kind of looks back and they're like, oh, things were better when I was... I don't mean that in a like an elitist kind of way. I mean it in a like, you know, I didn't really have to deal with some of the more recent horrors of the world. Yeah, high school culture is already so much worse. I mean, even just like my nieces and nephews had to go to school during COVID, which is, you know, a whole new thing. I think we'll do a little bit of endurance. There are more things at the forefront. So it's just, you know. But luckily, just like any other time in the world, there is always good stuff that happens, like the Malala Fund. Do you guys like that segue? But seriously, like, Malala Fund is one of those things that just gives me so much hope for the world. Because it's like, you know, Mr. Rogers said, like, when things are bad or things are tough, look for the helpers, because there's always going to be helpers. And that's just, like, Malala is just such an amazing person. If you're not familiar, I highly recommend you go to malala.org and read up about it. During the duration of all these streams and everything, I will, when my brain is a little less overwhelmed, you know, we can talk more about Malala and Malala Fund and just all the amazing work they do in all the various countries that they do their work in. Oh, really, Mo? Were they right? So I feel like that does describe me. That is how I feel a lot of times. Okay, we didn't get a... Oh! Did not see him there. I might be dead. Whew! Good thing this isn't Dark Souls 2. Centipede Demon. I don't love Centipede Demon being here. But we do have a good weapon for it. Probably would have made more sense to go to Andre. Alright, this guy can't climb up this. But we can plunge attack him. Alright, chat, do you think I'll be able to beat Centipede Demon? You can see him there. I think I got him. There's just like one attack that is a little concerning right out the gate. Then I think we're smooth sailing. But I think I'm good enough at... He'll jump down. He could. Zio thinks no. That was the attack I was talking about, by the way. And I do want to let everyone know... I did hit... I did hit roll. So the other thing about this challenge is probably worth mentioning is... none of the bosses outside of the tutorial area are... None of them are scaled down, so that's a later game boss. But that is why we are at attempt number 328 now. Yeah, we're already at 500, one above all. We are already there. We unlocked a bonus Dark Souls randomizer stream where I'll be spinning a wheel to decide what weapon I have to use. And we also just unlocked a whole new bunch of incentives. That is another bonus stream of an Ocarina of Time randomizer, a huge randomizer that we're going to have to do. And donations can go towards unlocking more and more things to randomize in that. Trial and error to get down. There is hope for the next generation, for sure. There's always hope. That's the amazing thing. Dark Souls is really kind of luck-based. There's definitely things I could be doing, Squatch, to mitigate all of this. Like, I could have seen that that boss and been like, I'll come back later. But I did not do that. My buddy Illusory Wall is also doing this challenge, and he plays it a lot more safe. He usually streams for a lot longer than I typically do, and he uses a shield, and he takes it a lot slower, and he really just plays it smart, and he has a lot more success in keeping a run going than I typically do. But chat, this is good news, because what this means is we get to start fresh. This is, it's going to be really weird doing the Dark Souls bonus stream that we unlocked as well, because it's like, oh, I'll actually get to finish a randomizer, and if it's cursed, it's not that bad, because I don't have to worry about restarting it. Alrighty, let's see here. Let me make sure I'm re-randomizing everything. But yeah, how's everyone in chat doing? I hope everyone's doing well. I hope things are going good. And again, thank you all so much for the donations. When are we spinning the wheel? So we didn't technically unlock any of the wheel spins just yet, because there is an incentive portion of the donation thing, but I think people were just so excited to give to the charity that they didn't even look at the incentives. But I know Zio, who has donated quite a bit already, I think he wants some wheel spins, so if I get confirmation from him that he wants the wheel spins, we will definitely make that happen through the incentives. Making shrimp May fun? That sounds really good. I've never made that. Sure, dude. So do you want all of the donations that you put in to go towards the wheel, Zio? Let's see here. And do you want me to do the wheel spins right now to lock them in? You thought you hit the incentive when you donated? Let me see. I can go through and... So, if that were the case, I got the donation page right here. I think I might even be able to... Let's see. I don't know if I have the ability to do that. I might have to reach out to Greta for that, but... Let's see... Yeah, I don't see it in there, but it also could just be that I'm looking at the wrong thing. Milestones. Let's see, bids. I might actually be able to. Let me see. Who knows? I don't want to mess around too much with this. There's already too much going on that I'm likely to mess up, so... Let's see here, but... Okay, so, but if Bob and Zio both want that, let me see. Yeah, let's see how many we, make some edits. Thank you so much, Greta. Nice. I think Zio also probably wants to put the 155 that he put in as well. Sometimes it takes a sec to update. Okay, cool. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate that. I'm like the type of person who I very much try and do everything myself. And asking for help, I'm like, I don't want to bother anyone. I know that that's not at all how like anyone sees it ever, but I really do appreciate it. All right, let me see if I can get back to my main thing here. Donations? Let's see. Yeah, and then Bob and Zio. No way, Frostwad says. Yeah, Frostwad knows it well. Let me see. Do you guys want to... Should we spin the wheel right now? And lock those in? I'm very, very willing to... I got it all set up. It looks beautiful. Everyone was saying how good it looks. And it sounds great as well. Let me see. Because I think we have quite a few. Do it? Yeah, let's go with the Wheel of Petrus. So you might be wondering why is it. We'll also let's pause the Mario music here. But you might be thinking, okay, well, why is it the Wheel of Petrus? Well, in the challenge that I'm currently doing, it is very common for me to go and talk to Petrus, this NPC, who initially will give you a gift, and when I have a good weapon, he will give me a gift of a worse weapon. So I figured it would be fitting for this to have him give us the weapons that we have to use. Okay, so I think the way that we have it built right now, we have 4 wheel spins that we're going to do. I will keep track of them, and I'm sure everyone in chat will as well and remind me. But first wheel spin, second, third, fourth. We could potentially also open it up to a 26 because in my brain I was like, okay, the challenge stream, like the stream will start, and then people will start donating towards wheel spins, maybe. Not thinking we would get 4 immediately. And I was like, okay, so the first boss will kill with whatever, just whatever starting weapon we have. So we'll see how it goes. Yo, what's up, Batsley? Good to see you. We're let's go ahead and spin the wheel. I think let's see what we got. So we'll hammer out the details specifically of what we want to do with the first boss and where we go. I think the tutorial boss, since it's easier, we don't want to really waste a good weapon or a bad weapon on that. It would be easy with any weapon, so. All right, chat, what is our first? I think this might be like the winter-themed music. You guys can hear the music this time, I think, right? Oh, it was almost the Gold Tracer. Okay. That seems like a pretty fitting one. The first boss that we fight after the tutorial, we will be using the Drake Sword. Now, let's spin it again. Because we got, I think, 3 more to do. The music is so bad. I mean, this actually kind of good. Yeah, I just did all the random music on the website. Composite bow. What the hell is this? This is the Wheel of Petrus, of course. This is what people were donating for. Okay, so we will have to fight the third boss that we come across with the composite bow for the second wheel spin. It's a little off because we're putting this towards the 25 bosses because we don't count the tutorial boss. Okay, so let's go ahead and we're going to spin it again. Oh, you know that? That makes way more sense. So on the Make a Wheel or whatever the website is for this, they just have random songs that you can make for it. So, how's my bitrate look? Okay, Sorcerer's Catalyst. So here's the thing about how that will work, chat. If I have spells, that'll be pretty good, potentially, if I have spells that will kill the boss. If not, I just have to use it as a melee weapon. And you can't upgrade those, and they just do kind of flat damage. So that's one that I really don't want to use necessarily. That is wheel spin number 3, is a Sorcerer's Catalyst. Okay, let's see what the next wheel spin is. I'm sure it's going to be good, chat. It couldn't be bad, right? Oh, that's one of my least favorite weapons to have to use. It's got a bad moveset. All right. We will be using the mace for our fourth mandatory item that we're going to have to use. All right. So thank you all so much for the donations. I'm looking forward to that bonus stream, which will be coming up sometime soon. Maybe probably Friday, I think. We'll be doing that since we unlocked it immediately. But yeah, thank you all so much. If you did donate and you do want more wheel spins and you want your donations to go towards that, just let us know and we will make that happen. But yeah, I think we just died. So we are now on attempt number 329. And surely 329 is going to go much better. You know what? I'm also going to start putting this in Discord. Not just a notepad like I usually do. And I will just edit it as it comes along. For those not watching the stream in the Discord right now, they'll just be like, what is he talking about? I guess they can probably use, context clues to figure it out. But yeah, thank you all so much. $500 to Malala Fund already is blowing my mind. Lots of great incentives as well were unlocked. With Guitar Hero, once we do that stream as well, if we unlock that one, there'll be some incentives where you can request a song that I play. I have a lot of different Guitar Hero games. I'll get that all set up. And donations can go towards which song I play. Otherwise, I'll just play whatever, It'd be funny to do it in a way where it's like I have to clear the song in order to meet the donation incentive. That would be very funny because I'm not particularly good at Guitar Hero anymore, I don't think. So we're all gonna be struggling through it together. Okay, but we are now re-randomizing the enemies, and we are now re-randomizing all of the items. So far, not a whole lot of success. We did have a good weapon last time, but I feel like I'm more in the flow of it. I feel like I got this challenge on the ropes. I feel like we're good to go. But just a reminder of what we're doing here right now is this is the Flame Fatales 2026 Ambassador Program. I am very lucky to be an ambassador to the Flame Fatales and their upcoming marathon that starts on September 13th, which is Flame Fatales 2026. And we are raising money for the Malala Fund, which envisions a world where all girls can learn and choose their own future. Because education is a human right, and in many parts of the world, that is not the case, especially for young girls and women. And Malala just envisions a world where that's no longer the case. And through your donations and through the Wheel of Petrus, it's a unique sentence right there. Through that, we can help realize that world where it's not just envisioning it, but it is making it a reality. So thank you all so much for all the incredible donations. I am absolutely blown away at this, so thank you all so much. And when we're doing our bonus stream as well, we will be we'll be putting $5 donations into chat, choosing what equipment I have to put on. So if it's something I haven't found in game, that doesn't matter. I can just put it in the game. So if you could say, hey, Carl, put on the Symbol of Avarice, put on the helmet that drains your HP, I'll do it. I'll have to put it on. I think what we'll do as well is we'll make it for at least 5 minutes for the piece of equipment, so that way if someone wants to come in and change my equipment to something nicer, someone will at least get 5 minutes out of it. But we'll hammer out all those logistics when we get to it. And let's get back to the current challenge, which has been going very well. It's been going just as well as all the donations, I would say. And that mention of cooking dinner has got me kind of hungry. I wonder what I should have for dinner. I wonder what's for dinner. Oh yeah, let me go ahead and just pull something up really quick. I want to get back to my donation page. Where was that? I guess I can just probably back. Here we go. Okay, cool. Back at it. Alright, chat, let's dive back in. Man, we're already at the end of the Super Mario RPG soundtrack. Ooh. Chat. This is my favorite weapon to start with. Are we on attempt 328 or 329? I'm going to assume it's probably 329. This is why I say we have had at least this many attempts, because there's probably times where I forgot. There's like no way anything's going to be better than the first class. Certainly not. Okay. Nice. We have a good start here. This one, chat, I think we will go and actually kill some bosses. It will always go the way I want it to when I say a sentence like that. All right, we're going to do Master Key. We are going to go top heavy again, because if you could look at how much bigger it makes the head, it's very funny and noticeable with this helmet. Delta Farmer. Chat, what weapon do you want to see me have to use to fight a boss? The Sorcerer's Catalyst. I'm not really liking that one. We're probably going to find Gwendolyn, and I'm going to have to fight Gwendolyn with that. Parrying Dagger, I would prefer that over the Sorcerer's Catalyst, Verge. Unless I find, like, Darkbead. Imagine if I also made it so that it's like, we do know that there is a Sorcerer's Catalyst guaranteed in the randomizer. It just costs what, like 10,000? No. It costs 100,000 souls, I think. We'll check at the merchant. But how you doing, Verge? Hello. Hope you're doing well. Okay, we're starting with Manus, so this could be rough, but it could also be really good. So none of the bosses are scaled in this challenge, aside from in the tutorial area. So getting a DLC enemy here is actually really good. Really good and really lucky. I think Manus is a little bit resistant to fire, and this is a fire weapon. Does anyone remember what the left-hand item was? I think it was a shield, like a decent shield. 8-hour migraine. Ugh. Finally passing. Sleep through the rest of it. It's the worst when there's a migraine so bad that you can't even sleep. Yeah, that's what I thought it was, Verge, but been a little distracted today. Things have been popping off quite a bit. Verge, you might be excited to hear that not only did we unlock the goofy Dark Souls stream, but also a mega Ocarina of Time randomizer. And we're working our way towards a bonus Guitar Hero stream as well, which would be very fun. Okay, you know what? I think we're at like the halfway point of the Super Mario RPG soundtrack. That makes way more sense. Okay, 2 Vagrants here. Okay. Verge, do you miss Zork? I think we will have to rest at the bonfire. And just make sure we don't take any damage, because I'm going to want all the heals that I can get. Let's see if we get the drop that I never get. So these weird little crab enemies have I don't know what the percentage chance is in the randomizer, but they can drop an item, and it is guaranteed to be something that I really want with this weapon, because it does power up this weapon. Zork is the best character because they are hiding the Steam release. It's true. That is very funny that they call that emote Steam release. Alrighty. I forgot that there was a Black Knight Halberd Knight. So we are going to have to farm here a little bit, chat, just because I want to make sure I'm going into this boss fight. Even though it's scaled down, it's still very scary. I'm mid-rolling, which isn't the worst, but this boss is pretty rough with a mid-roll. And at least we get to see more attempts to get the humanity drop. Oh, you know what? Was that Vagrant an actual Vagrant? Interesting. So if you're not familiar with what that enemy is, if you've never seen that in Dark Souls, that is an online-only enemy. And it's technically a multiplayer aspect of this game where... Ooh, I really want to check that, but I'm not going to. So the way those work, if you have 5 humanity, and then you die and you don't pick up your bloodstain, that data gets sent into other players' games as a vagrant. And the more times, if it gets sent to another player's world, and they are in that area and don't kill it, it will get sent to another player's world. And if it does that enough times, it becomes one of the red ones, which are much harder to kill. Oh, I hit... Wait. Hello, Astrid. Heard of this Frame Fatales? Fatales mentioned? How's it going? It's good to see you. Welcome in. I'm not playing particularly well now. I've only fought this enemy in speedruns more than like any other enemy. When I was doing the route that used his weapon. Okay, there's the parry. Alright. Let's just go and rest again. So, I think the only scary... well, the skeleton is pretty scary. We could also do the cheese strat and open the door, but... because I think we did warp away immediately. That's fine. Getting extra souls isn't the worst. We're just getting practice for the parry. Oh, nice. You were practicing for Flame Fatales run? Right on. It's a charity that one can donate to right now. What run are you doing? I do have, if you do exclamation point FF 2026, it does have the schedule coming up. I did not have a chance to really look through it, though, but I will definitely be watching your run. Ooh, Bloodlines 2? Nice. I don't think I've ever seen that speedrun. I'm excited to see it. Almost worth getting the actual shield. Schedule is pretty awesome. Zero bias in any way. I do know that the Frame Fatales, any Frame Fatales event always has an incredible schedule. It's always so much fun to watch. That attack is so fast. We're gonna level up so much if we get past Manus, because I'm playing very poorly. I imagine you're running something, Greta? You're doing a Pokemon run, or? I really need to look at the schedule. I need to also look at this knight when he's attacking me and get the parry timing correct. If y'all like this great timing that I'm doing with the parrying, wait until you watch me play Guitar Hero if we hit $750. Maybe we don't go for the parry, maybe we go for the backstab. I think avoiding him is probably a little better. Oh yeah, that's much better. Why wasn't I doing that the whole time? Not this time. Way too busy. I totally feel you. Just commentating, right on. Amazing. A total of 4 hours, yeah. I feel like 4 hours commentating is a little less stressful in my experience than, you know, having to do a run, practicing for a run and everything. But still a lot of work. Where did that slug come from? I'm very confused. This is a very strange asylum. We've been in here for too long. You just get to say stupid stuff. Can't see him. Oh, we might be cooked. Ah, it was a valiant effort. I tried healing there. Yeah, that boss is no joke. No joke even when he's scaled down. So that's another one. Another run that we have to just restart, chat. Let's see, how are we looking on the need to run ads? Because if I have to run ads, I might go and grab some water and recommend everyone do the same. We're on 3:30. What did Reevy say? 3:39, I think? Let's see. I think I might want to just run the ads, get them out of the way. Oh, wait, are they already off? Did they already run? If they ran and I missed it... I mean, it's good because we don't have to run them right now, but... Let's, yeah, it doesn't look like they're running anytime soon, so we will just continue right forward to, run 3:30. Should also maybe start thinking about what soundtrack we want to listen to next. Have to laugh at all the jokes. I feel like that's easy, though, because jokes are very funny. It's an involuntary response is laughing at jokes that Mug makes. Okay. I think this is... Oh, this actually is the end of it. Let's see. I think next we'll put on one of the old classics here. We'll just put on Chrono Trigger. Can't really think. I always default to like 3 different soundtracks. It's like this or Silk Song or... Alright, let's see here. What are we doing? We're gonna go ahead and re-roll, unless I already did. I think I did. Yes. Did we re-roll the items, though? Yes, it looks like we did. Okay, so we are ready. Final Fantasy VI. Sonic Unleashed. The Sonic 06 soundtrack is really good. Alrighty. I think we got all the randomizers set up again. So let's go ahead and dive back in. Whoa, that's not ideal. My live split just like went off screen. I think I should be able to get that though. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Okay. I think we can also turn the music up ever so slightly. I always have like a desire to just get the soundtracks locally on my computer and make sure they're all leveled equally and just go through them without having to be like, oh, let me turn up YouTube, let me... Okay, this is definitely a new item randomizer for sure. 330. Surely this is the lucky number 330. So far, not looking like... Oh, there's the parrying dagger. Verge. We could use that. I think we'll go with Deprived. And we'll actually do some looting, chat. We'll go through and grab some items because we have not done that at all. Yo, what's up, Bart? Thank you for the good luck, and thank you especially for the Franker Z. It's good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Alright, who are we fighting first? I was not really paying attention to the items in the corridor. I know I like looked at the timestamp of when I ran the randomizer, but this randomizer always plays with my mind. And it's like, you didn't re-randomize because one item is in the same spot. Okay, this is definitely different. We don't love to see Capper Demon in the asylum, but that's fine. We're gonna have to earn the win by not getting an easy DLC boss. I think it was this one. Oh, that's bad news. Okay, well, that's what I get for not paying attention. I really wanted to grab this item first so that I could save this for later. Whatever, we'll still loot. We are still going to loot. Unless we find Twinkling Titanite immediately. Regrettably. I don't need to open that door right now, actually. Dude, it's Dog Central. Bart comes in with the Franker Z, and then we gotta fight 3 dogs in the asylum. At least. Maybe we'll try and kill more bosses. We'll just, like, speedrun to bosses. 'Cause this weapon is pretty good. We will loot eventually, though. I feel bad. I'm always like, oh, let's loot, chat. And then I get something, and I'm like, we're not looting. I don't want to squander this item. Triple kill. The ragdoll physics right there of this dog made it look like it was still alive and jumping and attacking me, and I got so nervous. I got so nervous immediately. Ooh boy. Starting to get hungry, chat. What should I do for dinner? I'm always open to suggestions for dinner. Alright, what we will do... We will go to Petrus. I don't think... We spun the wheel of Petrus 4 times already. Boss increment. Thank you, Kestrel. I really need to fix that. So it does it automatically. This is Petrus. He doesn't look the way he normally does. He doesn't look the way he does on the wheel of Petrus. Because we have laundromat mix-up on. So he's not wearing his typical outfit. But this is Petrus. He gave me a gold coin. He was nice. He saw that I had a nice weapon, and he didn't give me a worse weapon. No. And he's got souls, so it was worth checking. Small increase of HP, but we can kind of keep that in the pocket in case we get the really bad. Almost vanilla. Alright, let's go a little bit more dexterity. Well, no, does this not even... That's wild that this weapon scales with strength and not dexterity. I think we want to level up dex anyway. There is a Drake up there, and I don't love that. Especially not having any armor. There's all these items that I want to pick up. The Lord Vessel could be anywhere. If you're not familiar with what the Lord Vessel does, it's the key item in the tracker that is in the very middle there. And that will allow us to warp. Warping at bonfires is very nice. So many of these dragon butt enemies. I do not like to see them. We don't want to fight that. We also don't want to fight that. Doesn't look like we can really farm for souls down here too much. It's like maybe we could fight the Capper Demon, but... We can get this guy, but it's not really worth a whole lot. All these guys are pretty resistant to this weapon. That guy in particular could really mess me up. I would like to not get messed up. What do you got for me? Dragon Scale. Dust Crown Ring. Okay, so here is one of the rings we don't ever want to get. It grants extra magic castings, but it halves HP. So what's fun is when we're doing the bonus Dark Souls randomizer stream, the non-permadeath one, $5 donations will go towards me putting on whatever equipment someone donates $5 for. So you could donate $5 to the Malala Fund and say, hey, Carl, why don't you put on the Dust Crown Ring? And then my HP goes to half. So I might have to fight a boss. I might have to fight a boss using the Sorcerer's Catalyst as a melee weapon. And I might have to fight with the Dust Crown Ring on as well. Which would not be ideal. Okay, we have a Black Phantom Vagrant right here. It's very scary. Would have been funny if he jumped off, but there is a wall here, an invisible enemy wall. And this is the enemy that apparently people, when they play this challenge and kill it, sometimes it'll drop something and it is guaranteed to be humanity. I have never had it drop anything for me. To a point where it's like, I feel like there might be actually something wrong with my randomizer settings or my game. Alrighty. What else was down there? Oh yeah, this challenge is very similar to like the Ironmon challenge. The Kaizo Ironmon challenge, where it's just like, it is so luck dependent and so punishing. Did I send that back down? I didn't. I need to send this back down because I know I will forget later and probably just fall down the elevator chute and die. All right. I do want to level up more dex, I think. But we want to get vitality as well. So 14 dex is pretty good. We also have these souls that Petra's very graciously sold to us at a good discount. And I will be trying to use the only glitch that I really allow myself to use because it's frame perfect and it's one that I'm not particularly good at. You can get a frame dupe off of that. And you can use it even though you only have one of them. I don't really want to fight that guy because he could drop a weapon. I don't want to go right to Taurus Demon because it's likely that it's going to be a boss that I can't really fight with this weapon. It doesn't really give me too much other than a Homeward Bone, which allows me to warp back to the last bonfire that I was at without losing any souls. Or humanity, which I don't have any of. Huh. Oh, that's bad. So that enemy there replaced one of the Titanite crystal lizards that will drop upgrade material. Normally it's something that you can just kill very easily and potentially get the upgrade material for this weapon that I'm holding right now. But I'm not fighting that big skeleton because those things have killed many of my runs. You're very mean. That attack that this guy does too would like pretty much guaranteed one-shot me. If you have a shield, it's not so bad, but bum, 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 dun, 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 dun. I've been getting this guy here a lot recently. It's not really worth fighting him. He doesn't give that many souls, and I'm not very good at fighting him. So we got options, chat, of where we want to go. Andre's got some souls. Purple Coward's Crystal. An item I usually love to see. He does seem to have infinite twinkling titanite, which is nice. If we find an ember, we'll be in good shape. I think we also have rings. One of them might have been the Dust Crown ring, actually. I think we can buy more stuff, though. So we'll just level up and we'll We'll make our way to a boss that could potentially give us 40,000 souls. This is why, like, doing slight looting at the beginning of a run is really nice. Because you can buy some soul items. You can potentially find some soul items that give you a little extra. So I don't want to buy that shield. Because there's a chance we might get a really heavy shield, and then we'll be over-encumbered and we have to walk everywhere, which is like the worst-case scenario in this challenge. We don't have too much endurance. Alright, let's just make our way to the Sif boss fight, chat. We have to climb up a big ladder. And certainly just run past this gargoyle. The gargoyle is a mini-boss that is, in the game originally as an easier version of itself as a boss. And the mini-boss one is extremely hard. The boss version of it's usually pretty easy, depending on where you fight them. I'm telling you, these guys never drop anything. There's going to be a wild pop-off if it ever does drop anything. I guess we could always check what Taurus Demon is. Oh, I forgot about this guy. I'm going to try and make him fall off. This enemy is so scary. It is absolutely in one-shot territory for me, because I have no armor, which is another concerning thing about this start. I think I will go and check Taurus Demon, just because it's kind of on the way. We have Seath there, which I don't love. We can move through the water pretty quickly, though. There's a DLC enemy. There is Havel. He was replaced by the Crystal Knight guy. That is a DLC dog. I do not want to fight that. I think there's a dragon butt. I think it just fell to its death. Okay, that's ideal. This actually ended up pretty good. So not the best place to find this boss. This is actually one of the worst bosses in the game. I do not want to fight that skeleton. I don't think he can come down here, but we can avoid him either way. This is Bed of Chaos. Normally, it's one of the worst enemies in the game. One of the worst bosses in the game. In this challenge, especially in this arena, it's no problem. There are some arenas where it will be scary, because it does got a sweep attack that's hard to avoid. We just got some free souls. We got a free homeward bone. There's a tree there, and a boar. I don't know which boar this is. And a rat. 2 vagrants is scary. I think that might be the Undead Parish boar. Boss increment. Thank you, Kestrel. Thank you for the reminder. I will always forget. That is a guarantee. The actual Carl Germ guarantee is that I will forget. Trying to see which one this is. Looks like it doesn't have the full armor, but it's hard to tell. Well, that's a problem for future Carl. Let's see if we can make it to the merchant here, Because the merchant could be selling upgrade material for this weapon, which would be really, really helpful. Right, not too bad here. Not too bad, not too bad. Wait. That was an attack animation that I did not mean to do. It's trying to break the stuff in its way. I think that's what the enemy AI was doing there, which is very funny. Little skeleton. Little mushroom. He's just running away, so we'll just leave him be. Surely that won't bite us later. Ooh, that is so worth it, dude. That is immediately worth it. That is like the most amount of souls that you can get. Soul of Gwendolyn. Did not mean to. Animation wasn't a... Yeah. Not ideal when that happens. Dude, he is stacked. He's got Gargoyle Halberd. He's got Life Hunt Scythe. He's got the Spider Shield. It's pretty expensive, but we could use that for Gwyn. He's got the animation weapon that you're talking about, Kestrel. He's got Lightning Bolt. Crown of Dusk. I think you take more damage with that, so I'm glad it's there. Alright. This is really sick, actually. So we're going to try and get a frame dupe. Didn't get it that time, that's fine. We're going to go with the lower soul yield ones first. We definitely didn't get it that time. I could feel that that was wrong. Hey, what's up, Zero? If you want to donate, you can do exclamation point donate, and the link will be right there. I really appreciate that. And you can also put it towards an incentive. So make sure if you're doing that, there's a couple of incentives that unlocked. One of them makes a Dark Souls challenge that I'm going to be doing on Friday a lot more difficult. That's the one I really want to do. I did not get the frame dupe, but that's fine. It's a little cheesy. But we're going to buy all of these black fire bombs immediately. Also going to buy all the regular fire bombs immediately. So maybe not the best use of a Soul of a Great Hero, because we do still need to level up. But honestly, having fire bombs is like such an incredible boon. But yeah, thanks for sticking around from the raid. How was Merlin's stream today? That Pokemon ROM hack that he's doing, that Pokemon fan game, is pretty cool looking. Oh, I almost forgot. Wait, can I see? I think it is the not fully armored boar. I don't love this, but good use case for this, maybe? I wonder if we can bleed him. Oh, this is gonna go so poorly. How did I miss? Yo, thank you for the $1. Zero. The $1 donation. As I was saying earlier, small donations last year accounted for, I think, $1.5 million towards the charity, which is really incredible. Yeah, Merlin's great. Way back in the day, a million years ago, I was in a band with Merlin. Alright, so the firebombs paid off immediately. 750. Let's go back and just buy the rest of the, them. I have never streamed with Ash. I was in the band with Ash and Merlin. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, it's been great seeing them play games together on stream. I meant to, I didn't have a chance, but I meant to pull up the picture of us, the band promo pic of us from back in the day. And because Merlin mentioned he was going to raid me, but I had too much pre-stream setup to do. I didn't get a chance to do it, and I was going to be like, oh, hey, Merlin's here. Check this out, chat. This is the band promo pic of me, Merlin, and Ash. I think the most jarring... I also didn't have any facial hair at the time, but I feel like it's a lot more jarring to see Ash without any facial hair. Right beforehand, anyway. Well, I appreciate you sticking around. And I really appreciate the donation. Yeah, they're good dudes. It's been cool seeing Merlin stream a lot more as well. Alright, but we have plenty of fire bombs now, which is really nice, because a lot of enemies that could potentially be a problem are no longer a problem. Did we do the... I think we... We did not do this. This could be bad, actually. Oh, no, this is good. You also didn't know I streamed? It's true. Kestrel did find me through my Final Fantasy podcast. Oh yeah, I would love that. It would be some wild chemistry for sure. I would absolutely love that. It's tough with schedules to align, but... It was really fun watching them play Mecha Chameleon. They're always playing, like, the wildest games, too. Okay, so we do have a homeward bone, so I think... We have plenty of healing as well. I may just... well, you know what? Let's go back to Andre. Let's just level up a little bit more, because we do have... But will we have to run past the... Ooh, that's a DLC enemy. It's kind of scary. Yeah, for sure. Exactly. It's even more difficult now, yeah. Well, congratulations. I hope the baby and the mom are doing great. Going back to Andre might not be the best idea because we have to run past that enemy that nearly one-shot me. Yeah, the Skelly... always very close to getting me. A lot of really scary enemies. I guess maybe we might want to check what the butterfly is. They're doing great? That's really good to hear. Congratulations, that's awesome. Whoa! But yeah, I can only imagine how difficult it is to keep track of time with all of that. It's hard for me to keep track of time, and I do not have the excuse of saying, like, oh, I have a newborn. All I got is ADHD. This is why, like, having no armor is so scary. I think that dog might have just jumped off. I can't tell what's up there. I would like to see what that is. We can also, I think, there might be some enemies that we can farm here. Imagine if it was like the soul mass. Alright, there's a ghost there. He will come this way. I think we'll have to go all the way up to find it. I don't have the binoculars. I can't really tell. It is really tempting to pick up that item as well. Okay, so we can farm these enemies, but they don't really get us too much. They don't really give a whole lot of souls. But yeah, if the soul mass was there, that would be really good. Finding the soul mass when it's like passive by default is really nice. Dun, 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 dun. Alright, chat, well, we're not fighting him right now, but the good news is we know where he is. Skeleton! So that's the final boss there. Skeleton is also apparently the final boss. Oh my gosh. Oh. You almost killed me dead. Whew, this challenge is so scary, dude. I would really like to have some armor. Maybe Andre's selling some and I just didn't think about it. So, like, the downside of having armor is that you get a worse roll. I also hate when something wants to kill me dead. Andre was selling armor. Where we're going, we don't need armor. So it's like, it's really nice to be able to have all the iframes from the fast roll. But with the HP that we have and the physical defense that we have, it's so scary. Especially against an enemy like a skeleton where it's like, it can just do bleed. And if it like, if you get bleed, you're just dead. Oh yeah, the hollow skin. Yeah. I think eventually, how much humanity do we have? We do have 6 humanity, so it probably will not... It will not remain that for too long. Because we do need to kindle the bonfire, and to do that we do have to turn into human. I could loot... I think... I want to check Sif first. It'll likely kind of just be gathering information and then going to loot, but... Oi. Every time I see the purple coward's crystal, I get excited. See, it's kind of heavy armor, though. Like, that's 12. Maybe we can at least do this. Okay, we're still fast rolling, and that gives us a little bit more resistance to stuff. Oh, we have the Soul of Gwendolyn as well. We can use that. I can't remember if feeding that to Frampt is worth more than not feeding it to Frampt. Zero, I also see that you have the, I think the Dungeon Crawler Carl badge. So it kind of tracks it. You're like, oh, I kind of like that you have no armor. Alright, let's see. I should start dumping some levels into other stats. I don't know if we can dupe this one. I guess it also doesn't matter if we drink the humanity here. Or we drink the Estus here. It was too late, for sure. Yeah, I think we will... loot... Alright, we're in a little bit better of shape. Imagine if I found the Lord Vessel. It is tempting to fight this guy, but our reach is so low, and we still don't have the most defense, so... Alright. Who do you think is going to be at the Sif arena, chat? What boss? We know it's not going to be Gwyn, which is a plus. Now, the reason that we want it to be an easy-to-kill boss, like Asylum Demon, is because we can just get a free 40,000 souls that way. But if it's a really difficult boss, someone friendly, I would hope so. If it's someone bad, though, it's not the end of the world. Because it means we at least know where that is. Like, finding Gwyn at the Moonlight Butterfly arena isn't too bad because we can go there prepared. We also need to be careful of the DLC enemy here. But yeah, just a reminder, chat, we are raising money today for the Malala Fund, which is a charity that envisions a world where girls and women have education as a right. They do amazing, incredible work in many countries where that is not the case currently. But with your donations, and with all of their tireless work, that world could be a reality. Okay, he is already acting the fool. Seath is already acting the fool. This is quite concerning. There's another DLC. There's 2 DLC enemies there. We just gotta make a run for it and hope for the best. Doing a charity read while fighting an enemy in Dark Souls is bad impressive. It definitely helps that I speedrun Dark Souls, so a lot of stuff in this game I can kind of just like turn my brain off and go into autopilot mode. But I appreciate it, thank you. I feel like I know what Keestrel's gonna say, and I also agree with Keestrel. It is impressive, but I'm not particularly good at this challenge, so I don't know how impressive it is. Excited for Elden Ring to drop on Switch 2? Right on, Zero. Have you played Elden Ring before? I think I will absolutely be picking it up myself. I really love these games, and having it on a handheld that plays it particularly well from all accounts that I've heard seems very appealing to me. Yeah, we do... A lot of times it's like me kind of just like half paying attention to the game to my detriment in this challenge, but us just talking about whatever. I thought Keystro was going to be like, I mean, his gameplay's not that impressive. And I'll be like, that is fair. Can't even be mad. That's kind of fair. That's what I've heard, Zero. I've heard that Switch 2 is really impressive with like Resident Evil and Cyberpunk, which like are very intensive games. So that's why I'm like, I think also they're talking about releasing potentially Expedition 33 on Switch, maybe on Switch 2. I do these runs in my head when I fall asleep. I think I've only had one dream about Dark Souls, and it was recently. And true to character, in that dream, I was playing Dark Souls and I messed something up and I accidentally discovered a speed strat that like really saved a lot of time. The only strats that I've found in games have been kind of by accident. This enemy is not ideal throwing lightning spears at me. Yeah, for sure, Zero. One of the first things I did with my Switch 2 was do something very, very ridiculous in Dark Souls. And I streamed it. I think the VODs are all available on YouTube. There's a covenant in Dark Souls where there's an NPC called the Fair Lady. And she collects humanity, which you can only have 99 humanity at a time. And in Dark Souls Remastered, you can gift her 99 humanity in one go. And the maximum amount that you can donate to her is 60,000 humanity, but you have to do it in blocks of 99. And I did use speedrun glitches and strats to maximize that number to get 60,000. Is that I think this is a vagrant, potentially. Oh, I definitely... I did the closed network test for Dark Souls Remastered on Switch before it released. I was also, I think at the time I was on Twitter, which I am no longer on. But I was also in PC Gamer magazine, I think. One of my clips and one of my tweets of the closed network test was featured in that. I did play Duskbloods, and I was really into it. Yeah, my buddy Illusory Wall does a lot of really impressive and cool work with, like, figuring out Dark Souls mechanics. And we were testing the new summon mechanic on Dark Souls Remastered on Switch, because you can summon more than just 2 people. With streaming, it was allowed. I did record all of my footage, but I did not stream it. I always take that, you know, terms and services of stuff, like, very seriously, especially when it comes to something like this. Okay, this is one of the demons that I want to see. Either one is pretty good. If it's Asylum Demon, we literally have a free 40,000 souls. If it's Stray Demon, it's a little less free, but still pretty free. It's the Asylum Demon, chat. We have 40,000 souls. We've killed more than 2 bosses in one stream. Let's go. This is ideal. What is happening to the model right now? So that's how the enemy randomizer works. In the cutscene, it tries rendering Sif, the dog, and it just snaps that model to it. The weirdest one, Mug, is Priscilla, who's a very pretty lady, and her proportions all stretched out is horrifying. It's very scary. Alright, chat, but we have an extra homeward bone now, and we have 40,000 souls. So what we're gonna do is we are gonna level up. We're gonna run the Twitch ads. I'm gonna run and get some water. I recommend everyone take a quick stretch break and relax as well while the Twitch ads are running. But we're gonna level up, and we're gonna get some strength up. We're gonna get well, the dex is fine. We're gonna get some strength up because we're probably gonna have to find more weapons soon. But that was really good. So we're gonna go ahead and just take a quick little break. And then we're going to continue the run. We're also going to increment the boss counter to 3. So that Keystro doesn't have to remind me of it. But yeah, we'll be right back. I'm going to go and get something to drink. Not going to miss anything. Just got to run the 3 minutes of ads on Twitch. And we'll be right back. And listen to the wonderful Chrono Trigger soundtrack. And I'll be right back. All right. Thank you for waiting, chat. Thank you for going through the Twitch ads. I really appreciate that. Thank you for listening to Andre using the what's it called? Anvil. I almost called it an anchor. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and send that one through. But yeah, let's get back to it, chat. Again, we're raising money for Malala Fund, which is an incredible charity that is envisioning a world where girls and women have the human right to an education, which sounds like a no-brainer, obviously, but unfortunately in a lot of parts of the world, that is not currently how it works. But the Malala Fund is putting in the work to make sure that that is a world that does exist. And it's very inspiring and very cool. So I feel very lucky that I get to help raise money for such an incredible cause. And I feel extremely lucky to have so many cool people in my chat who have already got us to $501. This vagrant is going to be a problem. And the ghost. You know how I feel about the ghosts in this game? This is very, very sketch. Very scary. So this guy is a problem. Let's go to, let's go and check what the boss is in the asylum. If it's one we can take out pretty easily, then we'll be in good shape, because it does give quite a good amount of souls as well. But yeah, Zero, with Elden Ring Tarnished Edition, do you have any plans for like what kind of build you're gonna do? I think I might go magic only. It's a build, that's like a run that I started on Elden Ring, but I was doing it on Steam Deck, and it didn't run particularly well on my Steam Deck. Okay, so we're gonna go back to the starting area and fight the optional boss there, which for this run, not optional for me. They nerfed it since you last played. I'm kind of okay with that. I like, I don't know if you can tell, I kind of like playing these games in very challenging ways. So I like the idea of magic that's not super overpowered. And there's just so many cool options with magic and Elden Ring that I never really played around with. I did play a lot of Elden Ring Night Rain, so a lot of the spells that I've used in that game make me want to like structure a build around that. In the underground, trying to remember. I don't know if I've ever gotten that. Elden Ring, I played a lot of Elden Ring, but that is such a big game that it also feels like I didn't really play all that much. This is a bad bunch of enemies right here. This is such a bad combo, chat. A little foolish to actually be continuing forward here, but I really want to know who this boss is. Oh, the hidden Erd tree. Oh, so do you mean Melina? Because Melania is the super boss, the really difficult super boss. I have a statue of her because I got the collector's edition. Okay, so we didn't open this door, which is good, which it means that Oscar can't get to us. Oscar could potentially be a very dangerous fight. How much content is just hidden via exploration? Yeah, I love that too. That's like one of my favorite things about this game. Okay, chat, it's Taurus Demon, so we can definitely take him down. Melania, yeah. The red splashy blade. So Melania is the one who is like the goddess of rot. And she has the waterfowl dance, which like... Oh yeah, I guess they do turn red in phase 2. Yeah, it's a difficult fight. I don't think the clam can get in here, so... Oh, he's just running away, okay. Fine by me. I was like, I rolled! The camera just, like, was strange there. This is funny music for this fight. Okay, chat, I think we will do a little bit of looting here. We might lose our weapon, but we're kind of at the end of its usefulness anyway. But there's 2 checks I can do here. There's the enemy at the end of this hallway that is a replacement for the Black Knight that's usually there. He's coming in hot. He will drop something. Will it be a weapon? It is not. It is the weapon smith box, which is incredible. That means that if I get upgrade material, I can just upgrade it whenever. And we're also going to check this, which is the diaper. We got the diaper. Let's go, chat. That is less appealing as armor, but it is one that if I'm playing non-permadeath, I usually wear because it's funny. I guess we can also see what Oscar is and fight him, but I think we can level up here. So the charity stream is going to be going for a little while. We are going to have a bonus stream on Friday where I'm doing a similar challenge that is not as punishing. Yeah, it's definitely a multiple day thing. I forget the exact end date of it, but it is comfortably in September. I'm. No, Gare. I'm. Okay, there he is. Wait, is the skeleton hurting him too? Interesting. I want the skeleton to kill him, honestly. So I can't open this. We can at least see who this guy is. But I think the skeleton was also hitting him. He replaced Havel. That is a one-shot just waiting to happen. Not particularly interested in fighting him. Okay, chat, so we do have some options here. Let's go ahead and level this up. We can potentially go up to the first bell and see what happens there. Also, let me make sure I did order some food, and I want to make sure that there's not like a code or something. Frostwad will be able to get that. I'm pretty sure Gare already did donate, if I'm not mistaken. I do have a pretty bad memory. Especially with how instantly everyone popped off. But yeah, we do need to kill the boss that is on the roof to make progress. But going through this area is really awful. It's very bad. There is a dragon butt. Oh! Where did you come from? This guy does have a lot of iframes, I'm pretty sure. Oh boy. We got worms. Oh boy, the worms. We just gotta run for it. We gotta, like, take this over again. I forget what enemies were there, but they were bad. Let's just... Garrett just says, I'm. I am going to pop these humanities because we do have another homeward bone. And this gives us a little more physical defense. Yo, what's up? Verge? Aren't we all? Whew. Okay. And we're going to try and save the Estus in the middle of buying a bank. Alright, I need to be careful of this guy. I think there was a ghost up here as well. We should be able to get the drop on him. You put a pound of iframes in the freezer for later. That's very smart. That's good. That's economical. Still no drop. I do not think it is a drop that ever actually happens. So I didn't really want to kill that enemy there. The egg guy that bursts into a bunch of worms. Because now every time I run through here, I think those worms are going to be there. Another vagrant. We still got hit by that, even though he was... That attack is very scary. Oh. Dun, 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 dun. This is why black fire bombs are so powerful. So good to get them early. Oh! He got an animation cancel! It's not fair. Oh! Okay, we're fine, we're fine. We've never been more fine. Okay, he's... Kobe! LeBron James? Got him. Oh my god, that was stressful, chat. Okay, and these worms are actually way scarier than, like, anything else that I saw, because... I should probably just use regular fire bombs on them, honestly. Never gonna give you up. Okay, so that was bad. But it wasn't the worst, and surely we'll be rewarded with the roof not being too bad. There's another one of those guys? Ugh. You did a consumable only in the last archipelago, and you didn't expect Gwyn to be so simple with black fire bombs. Interesting. Only took 30? And was that 30 altogether? Or was that like 30 including some misses? Oh, God. It's always so cursed here, dude. Got the bleed. Yeah, this weapon kind of tears these guys up, actually. Kind of into it. I'm kind of into it. So I don't want to aggro the dragon butt. Oh shit, okay. Shoot. Charity stream, by the way. I am from Philly. I am from Philly. I can only be so PG. Chad, imagine if I implemented a swear jar. I should throw in a $5 donation because I cursed. I'm gonna save my $5 donation for when Zio makes me wear the symbol of avarice or something during the bonus stream. Alright, we are officially out of humanity. But we might be able to make it to the roof anyway. We will heal up. Surely it's gonna be an easy to kill boss with this weapon and our armor. It's gonna be Capra Demon. Ugh. Not ideal. None of this is ideal, Chad. I'm gonna be honest with you. None of this is particularly good. I think that was a non-respawning enemy, though. Oh, there is a ghost. Okay, what is up here? It's a basilisk. I think we're pretty good with this humanity. Yes. We are going to rescue Lautrec here. In case we have to leave the boss arena. Curse was scary. Not super scary. We do have a decent amount of curse resist. I don't know if it's because of the diaper, if it's because of the bloat head, or it's because of the amount of humanity we have. The amount of humanity does... Well, you got scared? That's fair. I'm more afraid of this ghost. I think just in general I'm afraid of ghosts. And this dragon butt. I don't know what he is attacking. I think we do need to kill him, though. This is like the worst area in this challenge, by the way. I don't know if he'll actually hit me if I... But I don't want to risk it. Not worth the risk. It was like decently easy to get to the merchant selling these. Chat, so the question, I guess, is, what do we do for tomorrow's stream? Because I was kind of thinking, like, it would take a little while to unlock the bonus stream. But we unlocked 2 bonus streams. So tomorrow, do we, Have you tried locking on? I think for that, just the way that the firebombs arc, I don't know if it would be worth it. Ghost really wasn't hard to kill. That's true. They're not super hard to kill, but they are very easy at overwhelming you. Alright, chat, we're going to see what our food delivery is looking like. It's not here just yet. Okay, if we need to warp, we can. Who is it? Is this 4 Kings? I think this is 4 Kings, chat. And he's, yeah. So that's a boss that isn't that difficult if you have a good weapon, and we do not have a good weapon for it. So we have one more boss that we can kind of check and just see if we can do anything about. And then we need to start looting. I think we're in the Forest Hunters Covenant, right? Okay, thank God. Yeah, we're in the Forest Hunters Covenant, so we do have one more merchant that we can check as well. We also got this guy here. Don't worry about this, chat. Oh, he just floats away? Yeah. Yo, what's up, Besley? I think he is guaranteed to have a talisman, Verge. I know Illusory Wall has been summoning. To me, I feel like adding more HP to the Four Kings is a recipe for disaster. I don't know how susceptible they are to, like, lightning attacks either. It is tempting to fight the Capra Demon. They are pretty weak to lightning. I do think I want to do this challenge without summoning anything. But that would be a good idea. I guess we can do that if, oh, this... What a cluster junk of enemies here, man. Yeah. I mean, if he does die, we just, you know. Okay, so... we can use fire bombs there. I think we just gotta start looting, chat. I promised it at the beginning of this run. What time is better than now? We're starting our looting with this item right here. What do we got? Some Demon Titanite, that's pretty good. That doesn't upgrade this weapon, but it's pretty good. We also have the Weaponsmith box, which I gotta remember. Did we get any Twinkling? I don't think we did. We did not? Yeah, we found Gwyn. Gwyn is replacing Moonlight Butterfly. Which is a good place to have him because we don't really have to go there. Usually I don't want to go there anyway. Because you could potentially lose your weapon from there. Stone armor. Stone armor is good. But we are heavy now. But we have more defense. So I gotta look at it as a positive thing. That fire shouldn't hurt me. I'm standing in water. Come on. Yeah, we got big poise, which is good. If we get like a Black Knight weapon and we can use it. Let me do this. Oh, God, that was scary, man. Missed the diaper? It's still there. It's still there in spirit. We just can't see it as well. I also missed the diaper. Too bad of a boss for the Butterfly Arena. I don't know. I guess we'll see. Potentially we'll see. Alright, a baby skeleton. A tree. A little tree guy. Dude, my Pokeball still hasn't been picked up. I was like, it's on the way. It's not on the way yet. It will be here soon. Okay, we can pick this up on the way back. Skull Lantern. Gold Pine Resin's not too bad. I don't know how cursed this area typically is. There's a ghost. Is this even randomized? A Taurus demon who might just kind of fall off. Taurus demon really fell off. I don't think killing this thing is worth it unless it drops something. Unless it drops something good. Alright, we got this little dog. Got that dog in me. Ah, little humanity guy. Okay, little humanity guy actually scary. My poise does nothing for me against this enemy. Touching him hurts me. What is he dropping? Okay, he's dropping large hearts. What is that electricity attack? Ah! Oi! Oi! Is it an invisible ghost? It's an invisible ghost. Why is that ghost invisible? I mean, I know that that's a pretty common thing for ghosts to be. I forgot that they can be just straight up invisible for some reason. You would think that they wouldn't be invisible in this. Oi! 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 No! Man. Chat, you know what time it is? Time for us to check the spoiler log. That is something that has not really happened. Oi. That is something that has not really happened in any of my runs, but I was aware of that as something that would happen. Sometimes the ghosts are just straight up invisible. Alright, chat, we're gonna do the, we're gonna check. We're gonna see if it's gonna be more heartbreaking or less heartbreaking. We're going to check the spoiler log, and we are going to see chat, the Lord Vessel was in the Undead Parish, and it was a free pickup, one that I get all the time. It was where the Firekeeper soul usually is, on the altar. Oh wait, no, it was in a small side area guarded by a Balder Knight. So no, it was a little deeper into the parish, but still very easy to pick up. Where was Twinkling Titanite? Okay, so the Infinite Titanite was being sold by Griggs. I did sort of blow it, I guess. Quaylana was also selling it for 17,000 souls. Giant Blacksmith was selling it for 500 souls. Okay, I want to see what bosses we were going to fight as well. Let's see what bosses were waiting for us, because it could be that Quaylag was also really cursed. We are going to find, what was, Priscilla was replacing Quaylag, which would have been fine. What was replacing Ceaseless? Ceaseless was replaced by Iron Golem, which would require us to pick up a weapon, an item. Yeah, honestly, the Lord Vessel being in Parish is very unfortunate, but what that means, chat, is we get to start a new run, and surely this time, things will go better. Not the worst run we've ever had. We did get a little unlucky, though. Getting official Pokemon badges on Twitch soon. I do follow a couple streamers who Who had that? I didn't check my Pokeballs today, though, in their stream. I should do that. Okay, chat, we're on attempt number 331. At least we got kind of far that time. At least we saw that, like, there was going to be some boss encounters that were not ideal. I wonder where, like, a good Black Knight weapon was there. I could always check, but it's probably better not to know. I think I'm happier with just starting a new one and forgetting that one ever happened. How you doing, Randomsome? It's good to see you. I hope you're doing well. All right, chat. Post-workout? Nice. I hope it went well. 331. Weapons so far not great. This does have the heater shield. And a free... Thief looking pretty good right now. Thief looking pretty good right now. We can get some free fire bombs. I think Twin Humanities is the move versus fire bombs. We can always buy fire bombs, and only having 10 isn't super helpful. I would rather have the humanity. That might be a misstep, but we don't have to take the master key because we already have one through this class. You'd wear that? It's good. It's a good look. It'd look good on you. Oh, look who it is, chat. It's 4 kings again. 4 kings in the asylum is much better. Much better than having them on the roof. And we didn't get any, we didn't get any immediate souls. Our order is on the way. So I think we might still have... I think we still might have to fight both kings. Longsword, not ideal. Alright, delivery code is 88 in case Frostwad is listening. We'll also text her. Still a ways away, but... If my Grubhub order shows up at your house, don't steal my food because you know my code. If you're watching on Twitch and somehow my food gets to you, do not give them the code 88. I would like to eat my food. Whoop. I think it's worth not fighting that guy again. We'll see what enemy is here. Food is all mine. Your soul is mine. Whoop. Alright, we got a basilisk. That's not ideal. Chad, I just want to thank you all again for giving me an excuse to take off work on Friday. We are going to come upstairs and we are going to check what the basilisk has. Oh, I went too early. Oh, this is going to be a little bit rough, actually. Especially if he does that AoE attack. We can kill him before the second king, that would be ideal. Not too bad. I think it might be an actual 4 kings, chat, even though they're scaled down. Right, we wait until his head drops, and then whoopah. Come on. We also have Twin Humanity if for some reason we run out of heals. I think the second one shows up here. While I'm waiting, let's oh, is that the badge the Pokemon one? 88 is the code. Just in time. Optimizing, dude. Optimizing with Grubhub. That is such a cute emote. Did you get that from the Pokeball? I do love a Charizard. Oh, those are so cute. That emote is perfect for the next song that's going to play, Random Sim. Why can't they all have done this? I like how he started to do his AoE attack. Okay, so that was 4 kings. Not doing a whole lot of damage against them. I do want to go upstairs and see if the basilisk is still there. See if we can see what... I agree. That is one of my favorite bosses to see in the Asylum, just because it is so unlikely that I'm going to have a good weapon. Alright, the food's still not here. Let's see. Let me get this in order, chat. Ugh, my back kind of hurts. My posture hasn't been too good. This is a posture check. Everyone's got to check their posture. Make sure they're sitting correctly. Okay, basilisks are dropping Demon Titanite. What was this? We're not fighting that. In that room, that is not scaled down. That is fully scaled up. Yo, what's up, Caress? Sitting like a shrimp. I'm sitting like some other creature that has concerning posture. Sitting like a goblin in a beanbag chair? Nice. Is it a comfortable beanbag chair? I feel like sitting in a beanbag chair these days would probably kill me. Oh, wonderful. Pretty cursed start to this run, chat, I'm gonna be honest. Firelink Shrine is a little bit less ideal. In tribute to Tim Curry as a pirate. Man, rest in peace, Tim Curry. Ooh, a memory foam one. It's comfy until you try to get up. Ugh, yeah. Alright, what do you got for me? Nothing really worth it. I mean, I guess we could do that.
Come again.
Oh, we're keeping it tight. We're keeping it tight here. It's going all right. We are rapidly losing viability of this run, I would say. Homeward is also really nice to see in a glitch run. Although I guess Homeward might be good to have if I find a talisman. Alright, we got some bleed resist. Whew. I think that attack might do bleed, but the more concerning thing is just the wombo combo that enemy does. Thorlin Talisman. So I'd really like to hold on to this because I think we can use it to warp. Okay, luckily we should be safe here. It still got through. Yeah, it's less likely that I'll have to worry about bleed, but it's still a concern. Oh, I need 18 to use it. That is simply not going to happen. It is arriving soon, chat. Let's go. So it's good to have there, but... let's just level up a bunch, I guess. I think I bought that soul for 500, and it gave me 200. That's what I get for not realizing. We can use the partisan, at least. I don't know how good it is. I don't think I've ever used this weapon. But we can two-hand it. Hey, we got the frame dupe. Don't tell anyone. The sanctity of the challenge needs to be, we didn't get it that time. That's fine. Soul of a hero. Really good item to get early. We did not get the frame dupe on that one. I think I would rather have more strength, honestly. Because we're going to need some weapons. Endurance is going to be a problem. I think we just got to go with... come on, man. Oi. Would be really nice to have some endurance. Well, to be honest, that was going to be a really annoying run. Alright, chat. We're going to get one more going. We're going to see what horrors await us in 332. And a reminder, we got this nice QR code here that will direct you to gdq.gg/donate/CarlGerm, I think is the URL. Whatever it is pinned on the chat, where you can donate to Malala Fund, which is an incredible charity that envisions a world where girls and women have education and at least 12 years of it guaranteed. I would love that for Oswald. That would be really nice. Both to what I just said about, you know, a world where education is a right for girls everywhere, and for the food to be brought up. Let's go ahead and re-randomize. We're going to get started on run number 332. And we're going to keep going and trying to raise some money for Malala Fund. We unlocked 2 bonus streams today. Number 1 is we're going to be doing a Dark Souls challenge. It's going to be very similar to this challenge. I think we'll be doing that one on Friday. I think I re-rolled everything. Yes. All right. Oh, thank you. Was it wrong?
Still tastes great.
I think they got my coconut thing wrong. It does taste good. Well, thank you so much for the follow. No, yeah, all pendulum jumps. I mean, we could try pendulum jump. We could try pendulum jump, because it's not going to be permadeath when we do that, but we already spun 4 wheels.
Hi, Mr. Prime Minister!
Necrosis. Thank you so much for the Prime sub. Wow. I really appreciate that. Thank you for being a Prime Minister in my chat. All right, let's dive back in. We are on number 332. And surely this one's going to go better. Whoop. Come on. Moving the Dark Souls Remastered window is so difficult sometimes. I wish there was a way that I could keep it on the same spot all the time. It does not work that way. But yeah, chat, I got a Pokeball. If I have to end up ordering food for delivery, I like for it to be something that I can't really get easily myself. So I don't mind doing a Pokeball. This is an interesting start. We'll be heavy, but we will also have a very good weapon. And presumably we also won't be getting shot by Silver Knight archers immediately. We'll check everything else, though. This has Dark Hand. This one is even better because we'll have a backup item. The club's pretty good. We would just need some upgrade materials for it. Okay, the right hand. Yo, Jack. Good to see you, buddy. Thank you so much for the raid. How you doing? Welcome in, everyone. How was your stream, Jack? What were you up to? Hello, Sonny. How y'all doing? What's up, Jack? Hello, Sonny. Hello, Cadet Kale. Welcome in. I hope your stream went really well. If you have to raid and run, please feel free. Welcome in, everyone. I'm doing a Games Done Quick charity stream for the Flame Fatales 2026 marathon that's coming up in a couple weeks. Oh, we got Stray Demon here. Okay. And we've already unlocked 2 bonus streams through the generosity of chat today. We have already hit $501 donated for the Malala Fund, which is an incredible charity that envisions a world where girls can have guaranteed access to education up to 12 years.
She ain't what she used to be.
Coming in hot. Thank you so much for the 7 months, Jack.
Old gray mare, she ain't what she used to be. Ain't what she
Tomb Raider anniversary,
ain't
nice.
what she used to be.
And now, the Crazy Old Man Singers.
Old gray mare, she ain't what she
I feel like we've seen a lot of old gray mares today. Thank you so much for the 7 months, Jack. Thank you for kicking off that hype train. But yeah, and once again, we are raising money for a Malala Fund. And I was telling Chad earlier that I think I do need to get all of the information correct, but I think if I remember correctly, last year, Malala Fund, through small donations, was able to raise $1.5 million to go towards grants to ensure that girls can get the education that they need. That should be a human right, but in a lot of places it simply isn't. So all of the countries that Malala Fund does their amazing work in, through small donations, we're able to get grants so that girls could have access to things like even something as seemingly simple as having a bike so that they can get to their classes easily. Well, thank you, Jack. I really appreciate that. Thank you for the kind words, and thank you for the raid. Also, if you need to raid and run, please don't let me hold you up. I know it's gonna be late there. Huh. Chat, it was I just had the snapback happen again. The thing that killed my one run. I did the jump attack and my controller snapped me backwards. Alright, that's an annoying enemy. I think it gives a decent amount of souls, though, even in the asylum. I'll take it. Who are we fighting down here? Stray Demon. Do we... I gotta know. Okay, Titanite Chunk, not bad. Oi. I do want to heal. I can probably just kill this boss here. Saw a video about this problem one time. Maybe someone's had that problem before. Chat, we're doing a challenge right now called Auto Equip. And we just had a really good weapon that I was very excited to start the challenge with. And I accidentally, that boss dropped an item. It has a like 100% drop rate. And the item that it dropped was a much worse item that I now have to use. So we are doing what's called a looting run now. We do still have the club back at the start of the asylum that we could always get, which is a little better than this weapon, but that is quite unfortunate. You have this song on your stream playlist, but it was paused, so I was wondering where it was coming from. Oh, that's really funny, Jack. That stuff happens to me all the time. Alright, Petra's giving me humanity. That's pretty nice. It'd be nicer if he gave me a demon spear, but the good thing is we can still get the demon spear somewhere else. It's just going to be a matter of finding it, which is the big problem. Alright, he's got some large shards. I'll take those now. Gargoyle Halberd's pretty good. This actually might be worth it. Egg Vermifuge is good, but we don't necessarily want to take that just yet. Purging Stones I'll take. I think this is the pathing I'm going to start doing. Normally I just jump down to the chests there, but I want to check this item up here and then level up. Oh, that's not good. It's a very heavy weapon that I can't use, and it's very unlikely that I'll be able to use. Divine Ember, we're getting heavier, chat. Nausicaa? I don't think I'm familiar with Nausicaa. Skull Lantern. I think we got Magic Crystal Weapon, which is pretty good. And there's a worm up there. We've seen that worm in that spot before, and it did not go well for us when we tried to get up there. Luckily, there are ways around. And we got a Balder, and we got another bird lady. Another beautiful bird lady. The movie is very good. Okay, we got another weapon that we should be able to use. We level up a little bit more. Hey, Balder. I mean, I guess it's not really worth dumping... Oh my god. Chat. I am suddenly attached to this run. That is the best item to get. Huh. I'll wait for the tracker to update here, but... Jack, thank you so much for the donation. I'm spoiling it for the rest of chat. But Jack has donated $10, as you see right there. And put that towards another wheel spin for a weapon for us to use in the upcoming challenge run. The Wheel of Petrus. So we do have the Gargoyle Halberd as well. Thank you so much for the $10, Jack. That is very generous. I really appreciate it. Chat, getting the Lord Vessel just, like, fully revitalized my excitement to be playing Dark Souls right now, if I'm being honest. That's wild. Okay, nice. We can also use this. I want to just level up. We're going to keep looting. For sure, we're going to keep looting. But having the Lord Vessel is really good. It's also sort of tempting to just grab the Gargoyle Halberd. Let's see what the stats we need for the Gargoyle Halberd are. Let's see.
Come again.
Okay, so we don't have too many souls, so we can go to the graveyard pretty carefree. Pursuers is wild. Very unlikely that I'll have the ability to use it. Got a little bit more armor, which is good. We got some rubbish, which we can trade. There is a dragon butt there, which I don't love to see. We got a knight's helm, which I think is better overall. Got some basilisks, which I think are dropping Demon Titanite? Oi. Let's just not even risk. Let's not even risk this. Hard leather boots, okay. Not as cool looking, but probably fine. Whoa, that did so much damage, man. That is unfair. I disagree with that amount of damage. Chad, I can't believe we got the Lord Vessel. That is wild. Where's this plant? This plant needs to go away. Oh, he is trying to go away. He's just chilling. So what's funny is we can warp, but we don't have any bonfires that we can warp to. Lord Vessel early is astounding. There's a Wiz Khalifa song where he raps over this track and it's actually kind of good. Hell yeah, that sounds awesome. I'm not familiar. I'll have to give it a listen. Yeah, this is definitely not a smoothie, but it tastes really good. Key to New Londo Ruins does not help us at all. These enemies are not ideal. Shadow Garb kind of tempting, honestly. Alright, Chad, I need to lock in. I think those guys give me a decent amount of... Oh, why? I was trying to backstab him. I was trying to backstab him and kick him off the edge. Did not go to plan. Dark Moon Bow is significantly worse of an option right now. Luckily, we do have a Gargoyle Halberd that we can get. Also, we should be able to get this Gargoyle here to jump off the edge. Which would be really nice. And then we can loot all these items. Whew! That scared me. Super did not mean to do that. Come on! Alright, this is not an ideal situation. Stop me if you've heard this before, chat. This is not an ideal situation that we're in. But it's gonna be okay. We're gonna get through it. There's not gonna be any difficult enemies here. I can just run past them if I want. Is this even randomized? I might be able to get the gargoyle to change up what he's doing on the bridge. I mean, I think he probably started walking away. Oh yeah, he's like all the way back. Okay. We'll try this again. We are light rolling, which is nice. There we go. That's what we wanted. That's what we wanted. Give me something good. That's pretty good. Firekeeper's Soul is astounding. Silver Pendant, not great, but... So, since we have a bow, we can't really fight the replacement for the Black Knight. Nice, that's lucky. How is there a boar here? Oh, I'm very afraid of this boar. Chat. Ain't that just the way? That one hurts. That one really, really hurts. That one does not feel good to lose. I'm glad Zio at least likes it. Chad, I think that's where I'm going to call it for tonight. For a brief moment, we felt excitement in the Dark Souls Permadeath Randomizer Challenge. We will continue this tomorrow. And then on Friday, I'll be starting my stream a little early, and we're going to be doing a big old rando where we're actually going to complete it. Oh yeah, absolutely, Jack. I am very, very lucky to have been selected as an ambassador to the Frame Fatales. If you're not familiar with the Frame Fatales, it is a part of the Games Done Quick community. Let's see, I think... let me pull up the command just so I can read it in their own words, because sometimes I'm not good with words. Let's see. Yeah. The Frame Fatales. It's a community of women and femmes who are interested in speedrunning, charity events, and gaming. Is a space for you if you identify as femme or a woman in any way that is meaningful to you. If you're a cis woman, trans, non-binary, non-gender conforming individuals, they're all welcome to join the Fatales community. If you identify as a femme, I highly recommend that you join the Frame Fatales Discord. Really wonderful folks. I, of course, am not a part of that demographic, but luckily for me, the Fatales have opened up the ambassador program where I can be an ambassador for the Fatales, uplift my, uplift the Fatales, my siblings, my non-binary siblings, my trans sisters, cis, and I feel really lucky to be a part of this community in a small way where I can help, and just... I'm, like, blown away that we've raised so much money in our first stream here with this. We hit the first milestone, so on Friday, I will be doing a bonus stream, probably starting around 12 noon, where we're going to be doing the Dark Souls randomizer, and a $5 donation will allow you to change my equipment to whatever you want it to be. You can make it harder for me. You can make it easier for me. And then for every $50 we get towards a wheel spin, like Jack put his $10 towards, we'll spin a wheel for which bosses I will have to fight. Like, what weapon do I have to use against the bosses? So for the tutorial boss, we're just going to kill him straight up. Not going to have to use a weapon for that one. But for the second boss that I find, we already did 4 wheel spins. Second boss that we fight is going to be the Drake Sword. Third boss we're going to fight is going to be the Composite Bow. The fourth boss is going to be the Sorcerer's Catalyst. Hopefully we find some good spells. If not, we just got to bonk with it. And the fifth boss we're going to have to fight with the Mace. We're working our way towards the wheel spin for the 6th boss. And it's going to be really fun. But thank you all so much for all the generosity, for hanging out with me, for just being a part of such an amazing cause. Even if you're just watching and gaining awareness for Malala Fund, spread the word. That is one of the best things that you can do if you don't have any way of donating, which is understandable because times are really tough. Times are tougher than this Dark Souls challenge that I'm doing. So the fact that we were able to raise so much money in the first stream, with many more to come, really, really amazing. We also hit the milestone to do a giant Ocarina of Time randomizer, and there are some incentives to enable more Ocarina of Time modifiers to make it even harder. So that'll be a really fun stream as well. We'll announce the date of that when we get closer to it. I got to get all that set up, and we are working our way towards the next milestone, which will be unlocking a Guitar Hero stream. And with that stream, $5 will go toward, 5 or 10, I can't remember what it is on the donation. I think it might be 10. $10 will get you a song request in the Guitar Hero game. So I'll have a big list of everything somewhere, of all the Guitar Hero games that I have access to, and we'll get going. So I really appreciate you all hanging out. I appreciate the immediate generosity. I'm literally blown away. I'm like speechless. I know I'm yapping a lot, but I am pretty speechless about it. But let's go and find... maybe one of the other ambassadors is streaming right now. Okay, I think we did raid Hank Sinatra the other day, who is also one of the ambassadors. So we won't raid him today, but highly recommend checking him out. We're instead going to go to Fletch is a Furry, and we are going to raid them because they are also doing their ambassador stream. So go check out Fletch. And looks like they may be away right now, but that's fine. We'll sneak on in, and we'll keep the hype going. You know, just stay and watch. You know, lurk. Oh, thank you so much, Greta. Thank you so much. It's literally, I just sat here and played Dark Souls. All the incredibleness is from everyone amazing in chat. I would say it wasn't my fault, Random Sum. Personally, I think that running up a hill against a boar as the only place you can really go, you know, what are you going to do? But it is a shame to lose the Lord Vessel, but surely tomorrow's runs will go better. And then on Friday, we will finish a randomizer thanks to everyone's generosity. But yeah, go check out Fletch. They are playing some Sayonara Wind Hearts, which I'm not familiar with, but amazing streamer and an ambassador as well. So all of the money going to Malala Fund is amazing, so let's go and spread the love to Fletch. All right, I'll see you all tomorrow. We'll keep this going, and I'll catch you guys soon. Bye. Love you guys so much. Thank you so much. Bye. Bye.